Hi, my name is Renee, and this is my knitting podcast. So let's start off with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Vest number 2 Spring Edition by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and I knit it with the H&W Comfort Wool Sock and Wool Tweed. And it's 70% wool and 25% manufactured fibers, nylon, it's nylon, and then 5% rayon, which I'm assuming is just a little tweed flex. And then I held it with the Lang Yarn Mills Colorie Super Kit, and that's what's giving the striping effect. So the mohair is like a gray and camel stripe. I didn't 100% know that when I picked it up. I think I mentioned it in the last podcast. Thought it was going to be more variegated, but no, it's striped. Whatever, it's fine. I ended up really liking it. And the mohair is 70% mohair, 20% nylon, and 5% merino. So no silk. Kind of like a budget mohair. And what I did was for the body, I held it double with the mohair and the wool, but then for the trim for the armholes and the V-neck, and then also the hem at the bottom, I just held the sock and wool tweed single, and I went down a couple needle sizes. My V, I realized just recently it's a little off, but it's okay. And everything on my Ravelry should be up there. I'm planning to update it all before I put this video out, because it's a little behind right now. Maybe I'll stand up and let you take a little look. It's very cute. I like it. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing, and also my first FO. My second FO, I did share it last time, but let me put this down. It is the zipper sweater by Petite Knit, and I knit that in the wave wool by We Are Knitters. That was a Christmas present I got. And yeah, I showed this last time, but I put the zipper in. I'll put some better close-ups of the zipper, and that'll be on my Ravelry too. Yeah, turned out good. So it looks like opened. Yeah. That's 100% wool, that wave wool. It's like it's kind of like unspun almost, or very loosely spun with it uneven, like it's thick and thin, and quite dramatically. I don't think I got gauge with this. I think I mentioned that last time, but it fits good and it's very warm. My third FO is the Musselburgh hat. And this is it's not Cascade Heritage. It's some other sock yarn. Maybe Malabrigo? I'll have to double check. But I think it's just a 75-25, so 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon. It's a Musselburgh hat by Useful Fatigue, and so that's a double thick hat. Like that. It's pretty popular. Lots of people have made it now. With this variegated purple colorway. And there's so this hat is actually for my mother for Mother's Day. You can fold it up like that too. Her favorite color is purple. That is why it is purple. So yeah, it's for her for Mother's Day. I've been wearing it around because I really like it. I needed it myself one. I'm also very against purple. I don't know if it's like a rebellion thing because my mom loves it so much, and growing up I'm like, oh, if she likes purple, I hate purple. But I've been wearing it around because I think it looks so good. I don't know if it's just the right tone with my skin tone, but I think it looks so pretty on. So I've been wearing it a bit. She is actually gonna come visit where I live from where she lives for Mother's Day. Yeah, I'm excited to give that to her. So before I get into the current whips I'm working with, I'm gonna go into 2 whips I talked about last time, but they're kind of in the naughty corner slash like in a timeout slash hibernating right now, because yeah, I'll get into the reasons why. So this is the Loom Sweater by Petite Knit, and it's knit in the Venezia worsted by Cascade Yarns. This beautiful green color. I think I just finished the yoke, or maybe I didn't even finish the yoke yet last time I recorded, but I have all the sleeves done now. All the sleeves, both the sleeves done. I have them tucked in when I do the body so it's not so cumbersome. God, this yarn is so soft. I love it so much. They still sell Venezia Sport. It's just a worsted that's discontinued, I think. So that's the sleeves and the body, what I got so far. The reason why I'm kind of putting it in timeout is a few reasons. I'm putting it in timeout essentially so I can give myself time to decide if I want to frog it or not. And I don't want to make any rash decisions and undo all this work I did and then be like, oh, I wish I didn't frog it. So, fluff on it. So yeah, it's just kind of in a timeout for now, and I'm thinking about frogging it. Like, I feel like I'm really torn because I feel like if I finish it, I'll wear it and I'll love it and it'll be fine. It'll be great. I'll think it's pretty. It's next to skin soft. I think it's gonna be a little tighter than, I don't think I got gauge. I'm finally like gauge swatching like a proper knitter now. So, but yeah, this one I don't think I got gauge, and so it's a little tighter, but it's fine because it's like a super oversized fit anyway, so it's still gonna be oversized, just a little bit less oversized. And yeah, I don't know, it's hard. I feel like most people like, they're like, oh, if you want to frog it, are you gonna like it anymore if you keep knitting it? And like, if not, like if you don't like it right now, why finish it? You're not gonna like it in like a few more rows, right? So, but I do like it, that's the problem. And I'm having really weird tension issues with my yarn. Like, it almost looks like I'm rowing out, but I'm knitting in the round, and I haven't been able to find any information on fixing tension issues while knitting in the round. Like, it seems like people only row out when they knit flat, but I'm rowing out in the round. So I don't understand why my tension's so inconsistent. Like, I tension my yarn the same way every time, so I don't get it. But yeah, I'm so close to being done. Like, I just have the body and the ribbing. And like, it's in the round just stockinette, so it'll go really fast if I just put my mind to it, but I just need it to go away for a minute to see if I want to continue or if I want to frog it. Because I have lots of this yarn left, so it's not like I won't have enough to make something else. Even if I finish this, I'll still have lots of yarn left. But I don't know. You know what I should do? I think the biggest thing, well, I don't love how I did the cast on. It was my first time ever doing an Italian cast on, or a tubular cast on, whatever it is. And like, it's fine. It's just like a little uneven at the front. Yes, at the front, which is unfortunate. Just like kind of goes tight there and there. It looks much better in the back. I don't know what to do. But yeah, what I should, because I'm wondering if the tension and rowing out issue will kind of get fixed with blocking. So maybe I should put it on some yarn and block it and see if it fixes those tension issues enough where I like think it looks nice and clean. Good job, thank you. Thank you for letting me talk that out so I can figure it out. So I'll do that after. I'll put it on some yarn and wet block it and see how it turns out. The second project whip that is on a little hiatus here is just my ribbed hat. Just the 1x1 ribbed hat in this bamboo yarn. Or is it, no, it's 2x2. 2x2 ribbed hat. And it's just, I'm not mad at it. I'll probably finish it. It's just kind of like, I have other things I'd rather be knitting, and this is just kind of like I don't want to knit the other things, and I just want to put in a few rounds. So I suspect this will take me a long time to finish. It's just kind of gonna get attention when it wants attention, you know, or when I really feel like doing a 2x2 rib, which sometimes I do. So we'll see. I just on little stoppers right now because I needed the needles. I need the needles for something else I'm knitting. Yeah. But also part of me wants to finish it because I knit my mom that hat, the Musselburgh hat, and now I'm like, oh, now I just really want to have a hat. So I don't know. Okay, let's get into the in progress whips. I haven't worked on this one in a little bit, but it's fine. It's also just kind of one of those portable projects I can bring anywhere and do anything with. So I've already made a pair of white socks that I think I showed last time. So with the remainder of the yarn, it seems like I didn't weigh this skein to begin with, but it says it's 100 gram skein and I have 50 grams left. So I can make another pair of socks. And the first pair of socks I knit, they were on a needle size down and a little bit taller than I wanted. Like I wanted a little bit more ankle sneaker sock. They still work. It's just like 4 rows too tall, you know? So I'm gonna do these ones, but because I'm like not 100% sure about how much, if I'll have enough yarn, I should, because I'm going up a needle size and I'm knitting them a little shorter. But to be safe, I weighed out 2 equal balls, equal weighing balls, but obviously they're not equal anymore because I knit some. And I'm gonna do 2 up, so I for sure have enough. I haven't been able to really find I don't know, like a heel tutorial for toe up that isn't like a short row heel. Like I want to do a heel flap and gusset, but with toe up. I don't know if that's possible. It should be. I don't know why it wouldn't, but I haven't tried an afterthought heel yet. So I just want to keep trying new things for socks and see what I like the best. Yeah, that's my little sock FO. Boring white socks for sneakers for the summer. So I'm going to show you a few swatches here. These swatches are done with Aunt Lydia's crochet thread in this red color. I have this little mesh swatch. Can you hear that? Music stopped. Yeah, this mesh pattern, and this is the mesh pattern for the Pure Mesh Pullover by James N. Watts. I was reading in his pattern description that someone did make it out of crochet thread, so I wanted to try. And I got nervous that it wasn't going to be big enough, because cotton doesn't have give the same way wool does. So I got nervous and I bought a skein of fingering weight yarn to do it with instead. So here's my swatch from that. Here we go. I'm so excited to finish this, and it should be fairly quick. Yeah, that mesh pattern. I did mess up on this by mistake right there, but it doesn't really matter. I got gauge as much as you can with something this stretchy. But yeah, I got gauge essentially. And the yarn is just, it's Cascade Heritage 75/25. Oh, actually here. Yeah, Cascade Heritage 75 superwash merino wool, set 25% nylon. I'll show you how far I've got. I think this is the back panel. No, I think it's the front panel. Well, anyways, they're pretty similar. But yeah, this is what I got so far. I think I'm like halfway done this panel. It's supposed to be 60 something, and I got 30, but yeah, I think that's gonna look so cool. Yeah, oh, it's so cool. I feel like proud of myself that I can knit this. Because I think it's technically lace because you're doing yarn overs and stuff every single row, like back and forth, like on the knit side and the purl side. So yeah, that's pretty exciting, and it's really fun to knit. Like, and I know how to tink back with it, which is useful if you're, if you mess up or whatever. For drop stitches, I haven't dropped one yet. I don't know if I'd be able to fix it. I should put a lifeline in. What I loved about knitting this vest is I love the V-neck construction. I think it's so pretty. I'm kind of realizing with vests and cardigans, I like a V-neck. I don't like a crew neck. I'm very against crew necks. I don't even like t-shirt crew necks. I'm not a crew neck kind of gal. Unless I'm like lounging at home in like a pajama shirt. That's about it. But yeah, I really love that. I think my choice of yarn was good. I really liked that I just did the single yarn for this. That Lang mohair is very fluffy. Like, this is very fluffy, and I knit it with one strand of the Lang mohair. It's like poof. So I feel like if I would have knit all the ribbing parts with the mohair, I think it would just be too much. Like, it would be so much fluff everywhere. So I really like that choice I made for all that. I really like the warm and cool tones together, like that warm brown and the cool gray. I think that's so pretty. What else I love about this? I really, really like this vest. I used to be like against vests. I don't know why. I was against vests like I was against purple, and now I'm a changed woman. But I think I've just seen everybody wear them, and I think they look so cute, and I don't know, they're just very cute. And I kind of thought I wanted to wear this with just like a bra underneath, and I can. It's a little scratchy, a little itchy. This yarn did soften up when I washed it, but still, it's not like the softest yarn. It's not that bad. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little rough. It's not super wash, I don't think. No, I don't think it's super wash. But yeah, I really, really love this vest. I think I'll knit it again, to be honest. I think I want to knit it with no mohair, with like a superwash yarn, so I could wear it without anything underneath it, just wear a bra underneath, and it'd be kind of like that 90s just a sweater vest kind of deal. And in one single color. Yeah, I really loved it. What I learned about doing this, what I learned while knitting this, was, I learned a lot. Like, I did the V-neck, and that was awesome. I learned about the V-neck. I learned that this yarn was self-striving and not variegated. There was an unbelievable amount of ends to weave in, but I was smart and I weaved in as I went. So I caught it so early. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Oh yes, so I constructed this vest not to pattern by mistake. A lot went on. I knit the back panel. I think knit this vest twice. So I knit the back panel, and like the instructions instructed, and instead of reading the inches, I read the centimeters, but I thought I was reading the inches So what ended up happening is that I knit 19 inches of the back of the vest and then did the increases for the armholes. So like at my butt. And I didn't even realize I did that. I didn't even realize. So I started knitting the front, where you just pick up stitches and make the armholes in the V-neck. And when you finish the increases for each the armholes and the V-neck, you join in the round, like at the underbust essentially, like right at the bust, underbust, you join the round to finish the rest of it. But my back was 19 inches long. Well, this was, I don't know, 10? So that happened. So what I did, I was like, oh, I'll just knit the front flat and then I'll seam it. I'll just seam it all at the end. So I knit the front flat and then went to the back, was going to join the round to do the ribbing. I don't know why. Anyway, that worked out, but I was like, I started seaming it together. Oh, because what I was gonna do, I was gonna seam it together and then pick up stitches to do the ribbing at the bottom. And I was like trying it on me, like, just when it wasn't seamed yet. And I was like, why does it look so funny? I feel like this is tighter than it should be. And then I realized that I knit the armholes literally at the bottom of the sweater vest. So I ripped all the way back until I was supposed to start the armholes, did the armhole increases, then knit the back to the same length I knit the front, joined in the round, knit the ribbing, and then I seamed up the sides. So that was a lot. And also another thing I learned, this was a vest and a half. I almost gave up on it, but I'm glad I didn't. I really like it. Another thing I learned was, because this was a self-striping yarn and how I knit it, or I guess it wouldn't have mattered how I knit it. I think I would have had to do this anyways. But I knit the back panel and all of the stripes are the same, right? They're about 10 stitches tall. And I get to, when I'm starting the front panel on whatever the left or right side, I was like, oh my God. And I realized just as like one stripe was kind of, should have been ending, I was like, my stripes are gonna be, because this is super narrow, my stripes are gonna be like this long. But the back, they're like this long. And I was like, oh, okay. So every 10 rows, I broke off and rolled till I got to the next color in my mohair. And then, so the next color in my mohair. And then knit 10 rows, broke it off, rolled till I got to the next color. So each of these I had to weave in ends for, all the way down. Yeah, that was crappy. But yeah, like I said, I weaved in as I went, and I learned that that's a good thing. If I would have had to weave those all at the end, that would have been horrible. But there's a lot of ends. There's a lot of ends. So what I learned about knitting the zipper sweater, I learned that I'm very picky about zippers, and it took me a long time to find a zipper that I liked. I specifically wanted, I wanted this one because I saw it in one of the project pages on the zipper sweater. And someone had a gold zipper with a circle pull, and that's what I wanted. And I went to my yarn store, I went to my sewing store. No one had the right, I don't even think anybody even had a gold with a circle pull at any size. But even if I found something that was like, oh, I can deal with that, it was in the wrong size. Like it was way too short. Like it wasn't even too long where I could cut it. All the long ones were ones I didn't want. So I'm picky apparently when it comes to zippers. And I scoured the internet, and it was like so hard to find a 13-inch gold zipper with a circle pull. And finally on Etsy, I found one. But I was even looking on Etsy forever. But I think it kind of worked out in the end because they sent me 2 with needles. I didn't know they were gonna do that. But yeah, so I got another gold zipper with a circle pull, so I won't have to look again if I want another one. But yeah, but I love the zipper. It's so pretty. And I love the sweater, it's so warm. Yeah, it fits great. What I learned about the zipper sweater, well, what I learned when I was knitting the zipper sweater, I don't know, I think maybe I mentioned it last time, but oh yeah, I talked about how I learned about, I didn't love the yarn as much as I thought. Should have maybe knitted at a different gauge, but all in all, still love it. I am gonna say I didn't sew in the zipper overly nicely, but it works. And if you look close, you can see like the white thread I used. I should have used like a off-white to match the off-white in the sweater. So what I love about the Musselburgh hat, I love the color. I think it's so pretty. It is so soft. And I love that it's for my mom. What I learned while knitting it was I learned how to do a, what do you call it? Disappearing loop cast on. My loop didn't disappear, and also there's a huge hole, a few holes at the very top with my cast on, but that is the inside of the hat, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, it's not the prettiest right there, but like I said, it's gonna be on the inside, and I don't care. I don't think my mom will either. She's never gonna see it, really. But yeah, I learned how to weave in ends without looking. Because at the very end, you just have the tube, and you kind of have to weave in from the right side to the wrong side. And yeah, there's not much. It's pretty much just stockinette and increases and decreases. Really simple hat. Oh, another thing I learned is, so this is a fingering weight hat. And it's good, but with our winters, I don't think it's going to be the best like winter hat. I think you need like a DK or a worsted to get like a warmer hat. But this works perfectly for the spring and fall and maybe early winter. Yeah, so there we go. So let's talk about my knitting plans for the future. I don't know. Okay. So I have more of the Wave Wool by We Are Knitters in the Flamingo colorway. And I have 2 balls of it. And I don't know what to make with it. It's such an odd yarn. It's hard to find projects for. And the only thing I can really think of is doing a hat or fingerless mittens. And I'm also toying the idea, I think just like a really basic scarf, because of that thick, thin texture of the wool. Just doing like a stockinette scarf would be good because that would give it like some interest. But I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with that, but I need to do something with it. I plan on knitting more socks. Let's go to my queue. See what I've queued up. I feel like I'm having a hard time deciding what to knit right now because it's like spring and like I can use a hat or a warmer sweater daily every now and then, but not often. So I don't really want to start a big heavy sweater project. Not like I can't wear it at night here in the summer times because it does get cold. But I'm not sure. I already have a couple of thicker sweaters. And if I wanted to finish that Loom Sweater, that could be a thicker sweater too. But I also just like thicker sweaters and want to wear them. But part of me wants to make more spring and summery knits right now, a little bit more practical, and I'll get more wear out of them. But one of the things I have queued up, and it looks so cool, but I think it's going to take me so long to make a decision on the color of yarns to use. And it's the Simply Wave Crop by Layla Yang. Oh, it's so pretty. I'll put up a picture. It's so pretty. I'm probably going to knit it a little bit longer than the photo, but it make it more of a crop top rather than like an extreme crop top. It'll be like waist level, maybe like a couple centimeters longer than waist level crop top, like where you can wear high-waisted jeans and either like a little tiny bit of skin pokes out or like none, just barely none. And that's so pretty, and it's so light and flowy. Oh, I feel like it's gonna be my version of the ranunculus. Like it's that light, airy mohair floof and like see-through to throw over top. Oh, I just love it. I'm kind of intimidated by it a little bit. Like I feel like it might be out of my skill set right now, but I won't know till I try. And it might not be as hard as I thought. And I feel like that pure mesh pullover by James N. Watts is going to be like a good introduction to more of that like loose fabric to knit. And oh, I really want to knit a cardigan. It's not, and a couple of the cardigans I have queued up are, I have two queued up. Oh, three queued up cardigans. And one is the Delacour cardigan by Fable Knitwear. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness. And I love that square top, and I love the color she's wearing it in, but I always I want to go against what the pattern photos have as the color, because I feel like it's like cheating almost. No, not cheating. I don't know. It feels like very uncreative. And I feel like this is a very creative outlet for me, but it is a really pretty color. But I also really like pink, and I would like to knit something pink. But there's like slightly poofy sleeves, and yeah, that square neckline. Maybe it's even kind of like a sweetheart neckline. Let me see. No, it's a square neckline, I would say. It's just beautiful. Fingering weight yarn. Yeah, so pretty. And like I said, I don't like crew neck anything really. And that's that nice. I think that's a really it's a really unique neckline for a cardigan. Like I could see that in a sweater, no problem, but it's so a little bit different and really interesting for a cardigan. And it'll be, it's gonna be fingering weight, so it'll be a little lighter. So I think that's all for now for today. Thank you for joining me and watching my knitting podcast. I hope to see you back next time. I always have such fun filming these. I like to share what I'm making. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.